Okay. Our next singers were Eliza and Mikaela. And they sang 1,000 Miles. Um, I always say this is Sarah Bareilles, but it's not.
It's Vanessa Carlton.
Vanessa Carlson. Because Sarah and Vanessa kind of came out around the same time, and like
Yes.
this, I would always confuse this one is "I'm Not Gonna Write You a Love Song." Like I would
Yes.
confuse these songs together. Back in the early 2000s when these songs dropped.
Yes.
I love this song. Yes, I'm a Black person. I will admit, I know a lot of you know this song from the movie White Girls. I know that's how a lot of people of color got to know this song. But I love this song. Always have.
I know it from MTV.
Right. Always have. And Cedric the Entertainer, sorry to digress for a second, but he did something really funny. He's like, you go around, this is years ago, show you how old this was in his stand-up routine. He's like, you go around the office, bopping your head, talking about, since you've been gone. Talking about Black people going around, talking about, since you've been gone. Y'all know you like that song.
Right.
Like, this is one of those songs, like a guilty pleasure song, because it was very poppy, very sugary sweet.
Yes.
But people love 1,000 Miles.
Love this song.
I said, well, come through choreo. Did you see a little choreo at the beginning?
I did.
I was like, okay. I like the contrasts of how they both handled this song. I thought Eliza sang it straight.
She did.
Traditional, and I felt Mikaela put a little pop R&B behind it.
She sure did.
Not straight R&B, just a little pop R&B, right?
The pop.
I felt like Eliza, to me, in this version, Eliza had a little bit more character in her voice. I felt like her voice was a little bit more marketable.
Okay.
Because it was Eliza has a different tone. Like, it's not your run-of-the-mill tone. I said, Mikaela, I loved what you did because I thought your runs were done in good taste, but just make sure you watch your tuning. Mm-hmm. Some of your runs were a little out of tune. So make sure when you do your runs that they're sharp. Especially if you're doing a song with such a known melody.
Right.
So doing a little ad lib, make sure that those ad libs are very sharp. I felt like the tuning in the harmony was really good. I felt there were times where for like a split second the harmonies were off, but I felt like
they would go.
And they tuned, like they sharpened, right away.
Yep. You see what my hands are doing? This is what they was doing. They was like, just, yes.
I could never have thought of this song as a battle song in a million years. And I love the arrangement of this. I loved, and I think it was because this is where the contrast actually worked for me, where she sang it, where the difference of the way Eliza sang it versus Mikaela, because it worked. Because when they came together, I thought it really worked. But when they sang separately, you heard their distinctive styles, right? So that's my Stephanie.
Okay, I'm going to go on a mini tangent because I too love this song. I love the original. It's just, making my way down. It's so singable. It's just so easy. Yes. Not too long ago, James sent me a clip on Instagram, and I had seen it before, but he reminded me of a young lady named, I'm going to get her name wrong, so I'm going to say it as I think it's supposed to be said, and then I'm going to spell it. It's at Arleisham, at Arleisham. Y'all, she does this song. She sings this song as if it's a worship song. No lie, I played it 25 times today, if not more. Because the runs that she was doing, she's like, as the piano's coming in, she's like, and make your way down to the altar, and that kind of thing. And she's, I need you, and I miss you, and now we wonder. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Back.
It's like low key, right? It's so.
It's
It's
so
not.
low key.
It's not like. No, it's not like.
No, but like her runs are so tasteful, and it's exactly how it would be sung if we were doing a call to the altar. Like
Right.
just chill, but like the runs just hit you, the runs just slay you, and they're unexpected and they're perfect. So I might link that in the show notes so y'all can see that because it's so good. It's so good. It's so fire. Oh my goodness. See you tonight. Woo! Okay, back to Eliza and Mikaela. Eliza came in and she came in sounding just like Vanessa. I was like, you sound just like the record. And one of the coaches even said that. Like, you sound like the record. And you're right. She sang it more straight, and this is why. Coach Snoop gave advice in the rehearsal saying to them, and I think to Mikaela more specifically, sing it straight. Don't be doing too many of the runs. Sing it straight. We just want the straight version, okay? So I think Eliza was like, I'm going to sing the straight version. I ain't doing all the. Now, what Mikaela chose to do is she chose to sing her first part of the song with a little bit of run, but then like mostly straight. But then when you got to the back half of the song, she gave us run.
Sure did.
And in one vein, I was a little scared because I knew what Snoop said in the rehearsal, and I was like, I hope he does not penalize her for doing these runs. On the other side, I was like, she doing these runs to differentiate herself, and she knows she in a battle to try to stay in this competition. So she doing what she needs to do in order to differentiate herself and show her range and her runs and her full vocal. I thought, again, just like you said, their vocal together, especially at the end, I was like, oh, like it was so cool the things they were doing. It almost gave me like a little theatery feel of the song. It was almost like it was part of a production, right? That's how it felt to me. So I really, really liked that. There were, to me, some timing issues, and I felt this with a couple of performances tonight that there was some timing issues. It wasn't back phrasing, it was timing. So I was wondering by like the end of the show, I was wondering if like they had trouble hearing, like if there was an all around sound issue going on, because there were a few times where I was like, y'all ain't coming in or y'all ain't on time. But never to the point where it disrupted anything. But it was to the point that Michael Bublé ended up saying something about it, which he made kind of like a weird comment. He talked about there could be no mistakes made, but there were some syncopation issues. I was like, well, then that's a mistake. Like, you can't say that there's no mistakes, but there was an issue. So anyway, again, not enough to throw anything off. I thought they landed the plane beautifully together. I thought they worked really well together. And I was just so glad to hear this song again.
Yeah, great song. Great song. So who did Snoop go with?
Mikaela.
Wow.
He went with Mikaela. He said that he thought that she had more room to grow and to kind of like, he really liked the runs and all that she was showing in her voice. He thought that it lacked a little bit of control. And he said that he really thought he could work on that with her and that she had a really powerful instrument.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I can't disagree.
I really do.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
This competition.
Mm-hmm.